Hi everyone, back here for another video. I use my iPad Pro a lot on my desk and with my monitor. And guess what? I only use my iPad Pro for this YouTube channel. You can check out my other videos to see how I use it. I have a lot of videos about it. And when I'm using my iPad Pro on my desk, I usually pair it with the Apple Magic Mouse. I know, some of you might be thinking, why? Just use a regular mouse. Well, let me tell you why the Apple Magic Mouse is the best choice, at least for me, as an iPad-only user. And my quick explanation is that it is just the smoothest and most compatible mouse to pair with an iPad. There are many choices out there, like the ones from Logitech and other brands. I know because I have a lot of mouse. And I already have a video comparing different mouse or mice. But in today's video, I will elaborate as to why I keep coming back to the Magic Mouse. The main and only reason is that the Magic Mouse just works. It does the job when I use it on my iPad, and I don't struggle when I use it. It is the most compatible mouse I have ever used with my iPad. Here's what I mean. The simple scrolling that we all do on a mouse, and I mean the scrolling up and down. With the Magic Mouse, there's no lag, there's no shaking, scrolling just feels and looks smooth. I can control each scroll with precision. And aside from scrolling up and down in web page or apps, what I also like is that I can easily adjust the volume or the screen brightness. So here I'm in the control center and I simply hover over the options, like here the volume control. Then I can simply slide my finger up and down, and that will adjust the volume. The same for the brightness. I just hover and slide up and down, and it will adjust the brightness of my iPad. Well, it's kind of the same as with the other mouse out there, but with the Magic Mouse, it's just really smooth. If I compare it to the Logitech mice that I have here, scrolling most of the time is okay. But there are obvious times when the scroll looks like it's jumping several lines or it's just shaking and it's just not smooth at all. Also, it does not feel like I have full control, so there's no precise scrolling, unlike what I get from the Magic Mouse. Next is the side scrolling. Being able to do side scrolling just simply gives a good user experience. At least for me, that is the case. And again, I can be very precise when scrolling side to side, same as scrolling up and down when I use the Magic Mouse. It just feels smooth. Especially when I edit my YouTube videos. Scrolling through the timeline is easy and smooth. Again, this helps me in doing long editing sessions. Same goes on spreadsheets. As you see here, I can swipe left and right. I can control the scrolling accurately. This helps me be more productive as there's just no glitch when using the Magic Mouse. If I use the Logitech mouse, there is the side scrolling in the MX Anywhere 2S. But again, it is not as smooth as the Magic Mouse, and it slides, but it's quite slow. As for the Logitech Lift, there's no side scroll here, so I cannot use this when editing videos. Well, I can, but I have to go up here and drag this to scroll the timeline. It's not really convenient, and I think other content creators may agree on that. I also use the side scrolling or the swiping left or right on the Magic Mouse when browsing the web using Safari. When I swipe left or swipe right, it will go back to the previous web page. And literally, it is easy as a flick of a finger. On the Logitech MX Anywhere 2S or the Logitech Lift. These two have the side buttons here, and this works as the back or forward buttons, but only works on Windows laptop. And in Mac, it has to be configured via the Logitech Options app. And this app is not available on the iPad. The build of the Magic Mouse is quite unique and minimal, as it has no buttons It may look like it's not easy to use, but in fact, the gestures are so natural to use, and for me, with just a bit of learning curve, I immediately got used to it. Here are the available gestures when using the Magic Mouse with the iPad. Most of these gestures can also work with other mouse, but again, there's just this smooth feeling when using the Magic Mouse. We already saw the scrolling up, down, left, right, which are all easy to use. It is like using a trackpad of your laptop. So again, it comes in very naturally. Another gesture for the iPad is to slide up to the right corner to show the control center. I've already showed you earlier that to adjust the volume or the screen brightness is just simply to hover over it and then scroll up and down on the Magic Mouse. Next gesture is to go to the notification center, which is simply to do a slide up anywhere on the top of the iPad except the right side because that's for the control center. And then from the notification center, if I swipe to the right, it will show the widgets that are hidden. Next gesture, if I slide down at the bottom edge of the iPad, it will show the dock. And once the dock is showing, I can further slide down to go back to the home screen. Or I can click on this bar at the bottom to go back to the home screen. But just take note, this bar is not there when you are on Stage Manager. If I have an app open, I can do a slide down and it will bring me to the home screen. Then another slow slide down will show the app switcher. From the app switcher, I can scroll left and right to see the open apps. And I can simply swipe up to close an app. Or I can drag apps to have a split screen. From the home screen, I can simply scroll down to open Spotlight Search. Then I can type anything I want to search. I use this a lot when I want to open another app, and so I don't need to look for it in the folders or in the app library. But if I want to see the app library, it's a simple slide to the left from the home screen and then app library will show. And to hide it, it's just to slide to the right. For zooming in and out with the Magic Mouse and the Control key on the keyboard, something we all know because of Windows OS, that is possible, but there are a few settings you need to check. First, go to Accessibility Settings, then turn on Zoom. Next, turn on keyboard shortcuts here. Then, inside, there is the option right at the bottom that says Zoom with Scroll Wheel, which also says here, hold Ctrl and then scroll up or down to scroll to zoom in and out. But take note that it is not the same as the usual zoom that we all know of. What I mean is that if I'm here on the home screen and I press and hold on to the Control key and then scroll up on the mouse, it will zoom in the home screen. Then I can slide the mouse to move around and see the other areas or parts of the screen. For multitasking, and just note this only works if Stage Manager is switched off. If I have an app in slide over, meaning it is floating on top of another app, I can hide it by simply sliding the mouse to the left. And to make it show again, I simply slide again on the left side. I can move this to the other side by dragging the top of the slide over screen. Then I can slide to the right to hide and show it. Now, I'm not claiming the Magic Mouse is all perfect. What I think turns off many people is, first, it is expensive, and it doesn't look like Apple will change the pricing anytime soon. And with the price, at least for me, it should be easy to use it between my iPads. But no, I can only use this with one iPad at a time. I have to unpair or click on Forget Device and then go through the pairing process again so I can use it between these two iPads. I get that this is not a multi-device mouse, and I know this is not an issue with universal control when using the iPad with the Mac, but at least Apple should have given us the feature to easily switch between iPads like what is available for the AirPods. Not a big deal, I just want to rant. Another turnoff for many is the charging port that is here at the bottom of the mouse. I'm still using the one with the lightning port, but Apple released the new Magic Mouse with the USB-C charging port, but still it is at the bottom of the mouse. Last one that not many people are into is the design and ergonomics, or maybe the lack of it. I know others complain about the form that your hand will suffer if you use this mouse for a long time. But for me, it's not an issue, and I think it's because of how easy it is to use this mouse with the iPad. I mean, in terms of the gestures, the shape or the form does not matter for me. Just sharing my personal preference and my experience, so don't kill me in the comments about it. So that's it. That's my experience with the Magic Mouse. I have complaints about it like everyone else, but overall, I really like using the Magic Mouse with my iPad, and I will choose this over any other mouse, just in using this with my iPad. I still use Logitech mouse at work because I use a Windows laptop. So hope this video helps. That's it. Thanks for watching.